The Diplomat, 29th of March 2024, attacks on Chinese nationals and projects have increased amid Pakistan's dire security conditions. In less than a week, there have been 3 attacks on Chinese nationals and projects, including the suicide bombing near Besham in the province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan, on March 26, a suicide bomber crashed his car full of explosives into a group of Chinese engineers traveling near Besham. The caravan traveled from Islamabad to the 4,320 megawatt Dasu hydroelectric project site on the Indus River. 5 Chinese engineers and their driver were killed in the incident. Since March 20, there have been 3 attacks in Pakistan that target Chinese nationals and projects. The Majid Brigade, a suicide squad affiliated with the Baloch Liberation Army, attempted to breach the Gwadar Port Authority (GPA) complex on March 20 and the PNS Sadiq, Pakistan's second-largest naval air base, in Balochistan on March 26. Both efforts were thwarted by Pakistani security forces, however not before some security personnel lost their lives. It should be noted that while its drones are based at the PNS Sadiq, Chinese laborers are housed in the GPA complex. No organization has taken credit for the Besham suicide assault. The latest round of attacks targeting Chinese nationals and projects could impede the development of the $60 billion China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, which consists of industrial, energy, and infrastructure projects. Pakistan's security situation is already deteriorating. Following the attack, China halted construction on the 5th extension of the Tarbela hydropower project and the Dasu hydropower project. The Besham attack will, on the one hand, cast doubt on Pakistan's ability to safeguard Chinese laborers and projects adequately. Conversely, it will impede the efforts of the young coalition government led by the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, PMLN, to discuss new projects with China as part of the second phase of the CPEC. This is the second time extremists have attacked the Dasu hydroelectric plant, the first being the Besham suicide attack. 9 Chinese engineers were killed in another suicide attack that targeted their bus in the middle of 2021. Interestingly, no organization took credit for that attack, either. To safeguard the Dasu hydroelectric project, Pakistan formed a task group in July 2023 that included members of the Pakistan Army, the Punjab Rangers, the police, and the Gilgit-Baltistan Scouts. The Besham attack will cast doubt on the task force's effectiveness. It's likely to raise the long-standing Chinese request to have private security firms defend Chinese nationals and projects in Pakistan. The incident has occurred just before Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is scheduled to travel to China for the first time since taking office for the second time, which makes timing crucial. A suicide attack on the Confucius Center at Karachi University in April 2022 also caused disruptions to Nawaz Sharif's visit to China. It's unclear if his next trip will occur as planned or be postponed. Even if the visit happens, security talks will take center stage, and Sharif's economic ideas won't find much traction in Beijing. Baloch separatists have been at the forefront of Pakistan's anti-China militancy since 2018. The Chinese consulate in Karachi in 2018, the Pearl Continental Hotel in Gwadar that the Chinese frequent in 2019, the Pakistan Stock Exchange, in which Chinese corporations own 50% of the shares, in 2020, and the Confucius Center at Karachi University in 2022 are among the locations targeted by the BLA's Majid Brigade. However, other groups in Pakistan have also targeted Chinese nationals. A Chinese couple was abducted and killed in Gujrat in 2017 by the Islamic State branch that is stationed in Afghanistan. The Turkestan Islamic Party, TIP, an organization of Uyghur militants, has a tight alliance with the Tehreek-e-Taliban, TTP, and its affiliated organizations. Up until 2014, the TTP harbored militants of the TIP in its strongholds within the recently merged tribal districts. A TTP faction was also implicated in the kidnapping of a Chinese tourist in the middle of the decade. But starting in 2020, the group has retreated from links to anti-Chinese militancy and has avoided bringing up the Uyghur Muslim population in its propaganda materials. It's interesting to note that the TTP recanted their claim that the Kuwait Arena hotel attack in 2021 was directed towards foreign nationals upon discovering that Nong Rong, the Chinese ambassador to Pakistan at the time, was staying there. However, the attack on a Chinese engineer in mid-2021 was ascribed by Pakistani police to Muhammad Tariq Rafiq, also known as Button Karab, a local commander of the TTP SWAT faction and a freelance jihadist. The motivations of freelance jihadists are driven more by material than by ideological factors, and they are constantly switching allegiances. Even while the TTP is not particularly present in the areas surrounding the Dasu hydropower project, its remnants continue to operate as lone militants. It is important to note that the TTP has denied any role in the staged suicide attack in Besham. The recent spike in attacks in Pakistan against Chinese nationals and interests must be viewed in the context of the broader upsurge in militancy in the provinces of Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Pakistan has experienced a 73% increase in terrorism since the Taliban took control of neighboring Afghanistan. Therefore, it is unrealistic to safeguard CPEC in isolation until there is a significant change in the general security environment. Pakistan will need to re-evaluate its border policy and counter-terrorism and counterinsurgency frameworks in light of the safe havens provided by jihadist and ethno-separatist organizations in Afghanistan and Iran. Pakistan can only stop the militancy in the country at that point.